The Akashic Records, one of the most favorite things that I could ever speak about, because the Akashic Records for me changed everything. They changed my life. They changed how I showed up. They changed what I knew about myself. They changed the impact in the world that I had and that I see my clients and my family and the people that are connected to me ripple out. And what's incredible that I've witnessed in the last almost 10 years that I've been working in this space is that the Akashic Records are rising. That the Akashic Records are not just a space now which have been used for just insight, that have been a space that have been simply recording all of our thoughts, all of our deeds, all of our actions, all of our experience, all of our expectations, all of our potential paths, but they are now really being used and utilized and opening up for this place of pure wisdom, of transformation, of understanding, of really up leveling us into the next highest evolution of ourselves. And it is so incredibly exciting and profound and humbling to work in this space. Recently, as I've been journeying in with the Akashic Records and I've been sharing and teaching my modality soul school with my first cohort, they've been sharing some really profound wisdom with me. And what they showed me very recently is something that blew my mind. As I journeyed into the chambers, they said to me, "We are now recruiting." And they showed me this beautiful vision of these faces appearing on these picture frames around us, with already some of us there. And what I heard was that the Akashic Records are calling in a new wave of healers, a new wave of readers, a new wave of evolved beings and evolving beings who are ready and willing to meet this rapid pace of the world, to bring this healing, to bring this insight, to do good in the world, to serve and to be served ourselves. And I believe that you're listening to this because somewhere on some level you heard that call. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be proficient in your psychic skills. It doesn't mean you need to be proficient in the Akashic Records. That's my job. That's where I come in. That's why I help you build your skills. That's where I help you understand the processes and the experiences and the expectations and all the things that we can do in order to enter into this field. All your job is to follow that calling and follow that intuition. And if you've heard it, there are some really exciting times ahead. And so I'd love to speak to you about Soul School, which is my Akashic Records practitioner training. Now, this is not just an Akashic Records practitioner training. This is way more than just learning a skill and learning how to utilize the records and work in them in a way that is safe, in a way that brings deep transformation, that in a way that helps you find your clarity and your purpose and your needs and your path. This is a journey that will really help you step into your highest purpose as a healer, as a guide, as a therapist, as somebody who wants to make change in the world. This is not just a practitioner training. This is a personal journey of transformation, and it will help you build your confidence. It will help you understand your role in this space. It will really help you take the realm as it has with me. And I put a lot of my success and my well-being and the way that I show up in the world down to the work that I've done in the records. It gave me that confidence. It gave me that clarity. It gave me that connection so that I can go in and I can receive my own insights, just like you will be able to do. That I can receive my own healing, just like you'll be able to do. And that I can confidently guide my clients one-to-ones in groups, through my programs and my mentorship, because I know and trust that this space and the guides and the teachers that are there for me because we're both on the same wavelength. We want to create change, we want to create evolution, and we want you to follow that highest path of your thread. So, for centuries, the Akashic Records have been known as this archive, a place that we go to understand. And there's been actually very few people who have been known to go into this space. But what's been happening recently is as we're evolving, as our consciousness is rising, as we are becoming more awake and aware and moving into this unity consciousness or into these higher dimensional, higher vibrational states, the Akashic records are opening up for us. And they're opening these doors for a greater understanding, this greater connection, and this transformation because our energy fields are coming more in alignment, which means that our password, which is our vibration, which is our intention, which is our want to serve, is opening that door into these inner chambers, which is where that deep healing and that deep insight comes in. Now, the Akashic records are recruiting. And so, what this means is it's not just for self. Our first step is to start to take that realm and go, yes, I'm ready to become one of these incredible guides. And then we become guided by our teachers who then help you become the guide so that you can be this conduit, so that you can be this interpreter, if you like, so that you can be this guide that's leading your clients and the people that come into your space into their highest identity, their highest purpose, moving through their blocks and their misunderstandings and their karma and their contracts and those things that have been keeping them from playing big. The records aren't just for self-reflection anymore. The records are here to serve as this bridge between who we are as a spiritual being, as a soul, as a spirit that incarnates into our human life. And for me, what is so important is not just understanding. The Akashic records are way more than just past lives. It's this place that our soul has all of its information. And when we can access that in a way that is integral and full of integrity, and with the concepts that we speak about during Soul School, well, then it becomes this place that we can use and work with for healing, for empowerment, for growth that creates effect now, like it did with me all those years ago, and it continues to do with me all those years ago, and that I'm seeing with all of my students who are coming through and have been through Soul School. And if you say yes to this, well, then you become one of these practitioners. You become part of this movement. And if you're feeling that, then it's there for you. You do not need to know how to do this yet. This is my job. This is where I come in to expertly guide you so that you find your way in this space, so that your vibration comes and aligns with that, and so that you can do the work and that you can open this up. Because the world right now is asking for change. We see it everywhere. There's so many people who are asking for more, that the old ways are crumbling down. And more people are asking, like, what is the purpose of life? We're using terms like manifestation and vibes in like our everyday. How many times a day do you hear that? Even from people who don't experience themselves as being spiritually aware. But people are searching for this healing. People are searching for clarity. People are searching for guidance. And the wellness space is that space that is set to rise. And people no longer want the old ways. People want deeper results. People want results that create that lasting transformation. And people really want that insight and that understanding. People are no longer like, here, take this, and wow, everything's better. People want to know who they are. Like, who am I as a soul? Where have I been? Why am I here? What have I been doing like this? Why do I experience life this way? Why did I choose or find myself in this situation? What's it learning from me? What is this bigger picture? And by you stepping in to Soul School as an Akashic Records guide, you will be at the forefront of being able to bring this information, not just for yourself, but for your clients, so that they come in with that clarity and that understanding so that they can go ahead and serve their purpose and create those ripples. Through the records, we can help clear these blocks that are stopping us, that are keeping us being hidden behind for fear of being seen, for fear of the rising above the parapet, for wounds like the sister wound and the money wound and the witch wound and the visibility wound and the master and the mastery slavery complex. There's so many things that are going on, and these blocks are there not to stop us, but to help us resolve. And as an Akashic Records practitioner, that is what you will be able to do. And because we're also doing this work for ourselves, you become that safe, coherent space. You become the one that is that guide that can hold that boundary, that can hold that space, and that can help them become the masters of their own destiny. This is no small stuff. And as well as being this guide, it's deeply personal. We'll be going on journeys, we'll be receiving the attunements, we'll be having the activations, releasing what's no longer serving you, what's made you fall out of love with the work maybe that you've been doing, that's perhaps been keeping you small or wandering around in the dark. So that you step into that alignment, so that you step into that purpose, so that you step into that being that you know what they are. So this is your invitation to come in, to hear the call, to take your place on one of those pictures that I saw on the wall, and to become an Akashic Records guide. So what does it look like? So Soul School is a 6-month journey. The practitioner's path is about you becoming this practitioner so that you can confidently access and interpret the Akashic Records for both yourself and for your clients. You'll be able to facilitate these really profound healing sessions, whether you are new to the Akashic Records or you have a bunch of other practices, therapies, interventions that you already work with, so that you can bring all of that into this space that knows you as a soul. And you'll be able to integrate all of this work into what you currently do. Plus, I'll be helping you with your business. So, because one of my missions is to really help change and infuse this integrity and this abundance in the spiritual and wellness industry. So, you'll be receiving all the help that you need on that as well. This isn't just a modality. Over these next 6 months, you'll be learning about becoming a practitioner and embodying the work, so that you're both confident and competent. And my hope is that as we move towards the end, that you'll be here. You'll be here speaking confidently about the Akashic Records and what they are. And if I tell you how many media opportunities, how many podcast requests that I get, how the Akashic Records are being asked about in spaces, and there's not that many people who are confidently and competently reading the records. And for me, coming through Soul School, coming through my program, my intention is that we will all be able to confidently promote you and recommend you as the people that are there, that have that, not just the ability, not just the skill, not just the gift, and not just the talent, but the embodiment of this work, which is why we're journeying together for 6 months. I keep the group pretty small and intimate, and it's all high touch and it's all live. So everything will be recorded. So if you can't make the lives, it's okay. Everything is recorded and will be put in your dashboard, which you have lifetime access to. So as long as this course is available, you will have lifetime access to this course. And so you can keep coming back to the journeys, to the lessons, to the practice groups, or whatever it is that you need. Plus, you'll be working together with your cohort. So you'll be giving and receiving sessions. So you have essentially got a bank of sessions that you can have for yourself as well, so that you can really move into what it is that you need. The way that I teach is super grounded, even though it's a massive concept. It's super grounded and it's super personal. It's really high touch. And I'm always open to any questions that come up. We'll be having regular Q&A sessions. And I'll be organizing case studies for you, for those of you that want that, so that You can receive the testimonials so that you can understand where your gaps in knowledge are. And we'll be doing that through the course so that we can work with it as you do it. So that even once you become a competent practitioner, you still have some support afterwards. And we have a VIP option as well, which brings you in a smaller group, which gives you a message, a direct messenger access to me and to the other group, the rest of the group, and some other little perks as well. If you do want to go that step further, do reach out and speak to me because I have two one-to-one packages available as well, which you can either take over the 6 months that we have together or over a year. So just reach out to me if that's something that that feels good for you. And so, just to reiterate, joining Soul School, you will become an Akashic Records practitioner. You will be receiving the activations and the attunement so that you embody this work. And you will be helping yourself and your clients achieve clarity and alignment, unblock stuck energy, understand how our past is influencing our present, how our present is influencing the future, how we are moving through the dimensions, how karma works, how chords work, how contracts work, how transmutation energy works, and how all of this feed into who we are as a human so that we can really move into our soul's path. But what happens if you just take a minute, knowing that taking this course will help you stand out as one of the leading edge practitioners in this space that is so important, this space that, in my opinion, is the key to changing the whole world. Imagine what would be possible for you if you could turn around and say, yeah, I work with the Akashic Records. I am an Akashic Records guide. And the results that I help bring and the results that I've had for myself are profound. And so if you are here and you are still listening to me, this has been a moment that has been activating you, that's been calling you. The guides are calling you, and it's using people like me to recruit, to bring the people in so that we can become the human voice, so that we can take the physical action. There's only so much work that the guides and the field can do from there. We need people to take action. We need people who are ready to take that realm and go, yep, this is me. Yes, this is what I'm doing. In order for the records to actually fulfill this purpose of helping evolve and change our earth, it needs the people, and we become that conduit. And so if you're feeling the pull, it's because the Akashic Records have found you, have called you. They understand your circumstances, they understand your skills, they understand your talents, they understand your blocks, they understand your path, because they know everything about you, and it's you that they've called. And so they're asking you to step in now, because we are on this cusp of change, and getting in early, well. So we're going to be starting in early January. So enrollment is only open for a limited time, and I have capped the spaces because it is high touch, it is live, and I want to make sure that you get the contact and everything that you need to work in this space so that you can leave here and be in the journey there feeling that you know exactly what it is that you're doing. And more than that, so that you're trusting yourself and trusting this space. My aim is for you to rise and to keep on rising. And if we've got the Soul School stamp of approval on you, it's because I know that you're going to be able to go out and do this work and spread it to the masses, which has always been my dream. What I'm also doing until Sunday, so 3 more days, I'm offering an extra bonus for anyone who joins by then. Now, this bonus is going to be specific for you and for what you need. And so that might range from another course, it might range from a one-to-one or some Telegram access. There's some other surprises that I've got up my sleeve, but I really want to make sure that whatever I offer you is going to be a particular help to you. So reach out to me either before you join or after you've joined, and we will work out this beautiful bonus for you. So what's next? Well, it's time to decide, and I really want you to go into that and feel it. And if it's a yes, let it be a yes. And if it's a maybe, then reach out to me and we can talk and we can figure out whether this is the right journey for you. But really, that question that we ask ourselves is this the journey for me? Am I ready? Am I ready to step into the records? Am I ready to become not just a practitioner that guides others, but to be part of this evolution, this growth, this part of the change, this thing that the world needs, and to be part of this movement that's allowing for us to evolve and to grow and to collapse time for people so that we're not just waiting for the sign and the synchronicity. We're going in there and we're open to the receiving and the healing of this space. So if you're feeling the pull, if the records are calling you, then come along and join us. It will be an absolute pleasure to have this with you and to walk this path with you. And so this is your invitation to come and join Soul School, the practitioner's path. It's an honor and a pleasure. And every day I am grateful for this work. And every day I just thank my lucky stars for being able to do this. And to have you along on the journey too would just be incredible. Imagine the ripples that we can create in the world just from our little corner of the internet. So, Soul School, the practitioner's path, is open now for you. I do hope you can join us and let's go change the world.